Shalom Aleichem, Baruchim Habayim. Moshe Langado here, speaking under the auspices of Kollel, Baruch Ahavat Yisrael in San Diego, California, and Sha'rei Tziyon here in Brooklyn, New York. My friends, this week we read Parshat MISHPATIM, Parshat Shkalim, and Umevarech the month of Adar, which is coming in. Parshat MISHPATIM deals with how we deal with our friends, specifically how we deal with poor people, how we try to eliminate their problems through borrowing and lending them money, taking care of them. And Shekalim also talks about our money, how we are to give our money to the Beit HaMikdash, how we are supposed to use our money in a very positive manner. And also Adar. Adar is the month which we have Purim. And the greatest mitzvah, according to the Rambam, of Purim is Matanot Levyonim. He says, don't make a schedule of your monies on Purim. Mishloch Manot, Seudah, Matanot Levyonim. Don't do that order. The order is Matanot Levyonim first. The majority of your monies that you have should be given for Matanot Levyonim, not for your personal Suda, not for Mishloach Manot. How powerful. My friends, how we could use the assets which God gave us to make others happy. Maybe I could give you a key to opening up our hearts and our pockets for those who are suffering, for those who are in need. Many years ago, there was a king, and his enemies were trying to assassinate him. And he ran alone. And his power and his strength were wavering. And he didn't have any more strength to run. And lo and behold, there was a farmhouse in front of him. He knocked on the door, and a poor Jewish farmer saw him and recognized him as the king, the royal king. He says, "Your Majesty, what can I do for you?" And the king explained his dilemma. He says, "Don't worry. Come, I'll hide you." He took him up to the attic. And in the attic, there was plenty of feathers. For his wife used to make comforters and pillows from all the feathers from the geese that he slaughtered. He took all the feathers and put them upon the king. A few minutes later, a knock at the door. He ran down. "Who is it?" And he saw that there were men of arms. "We are looking for somebody, and we have suspicion that he's in your house." He says, "No, nobody's here." They moved in and searched every inch of the house. They went up to the attic. And there they found the mountain of feathers. And they said to the farmer, "What's this?" He said, "Oh, those are feathers which my wife uses to make pillows and comforters." They put their hand in, nothing there. They left. "Thank you so much. You're right. Nobody is here." And continued. The farmer looked which direction they were going. He called down the king. And the king asked, "Where did they go?" And he told them. The king went the other direction, safely back to the capital to reclaim his throne. When the king had established himself again, he called a Jew to the capital to honor him. The Jew had come, and the king honored him as a royal visitor. He told the Jew, "You deserve a great reward. Whatever you ask for, It is my privilege to give you. And the Jew said, King, please, I don't ask anything for you. It was my duty and my honor to be able to save you. But if you could do me just one thing, tell me and describe to me how you felt when you were up in the cellar and those men of arms came searching for you. And the king's face all of a sudden started contorting and started turning red. He looked at the Jew. You imbecile. This is what you ask of your king? Trying to embarrass me? Remind me of a horrible time? You shall be executed tomorrow morning. And immediately, 2 policemen came to his side and grabbed him and took him to the prison. The next morning, he was shackled and taken to be hung. His eyes were red, tears flowing, and he thought to himself, maybe the enemies of the king were right. Look at this king, heartless what he's doing to me. And as he climbed the scaffold, all of a sudden the king clapped his hands. Stop! And everything stopped. And the king walked up to the scaffold and took that Jewish farmer and gave him a hug. He told him, there was no way for me to describe the anguish and the trauma which I had when I was in your cellar. But now, you know what I felt like. I was scared, and there was no way for me to describe that fear to you. But now you know. My good friend, please take this as a reward. And he gave him a bag of gold. Go back home and enjoy the rest of your life with your wife and your children. My friends, yes, we give sometimes with open hands, open arms. We give to the poor, we give to the needy, we help the sick. But if we really felt their pain, their sorrow, their anguish, maybe we'd give a little bit more. May this coming Adar, when we give matanot le'evyonim, when we give the machzit shekel, may we feel what the poor have to go through, and may we be part of their salvation. And if we do, God will certainly send us our salvation. Shabbat Shalom.